All right, welcome back, you glorious degenerates. If you missed part one of the unspoken rules of dealing with working girls in Pattaya, go watch it later. You'll need the full picture unless you're one of the kind of guys who likes to skip foreplay and then wonders why none of these bitches is calling you back, right? In this part two, right, we're going to dive deeper into the chaos, right? Covering where to find the right girls, why you shouldn't overstay your welcome a little bit more, how to dodge scams, and the art of tipping without looking like you're fucking clueless.
How we're moving.
One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
Now, before we get started, do me a favor and, I don't know, lick the like button because for whatever reason, some of y'all don't like to touch it, right? Drop a comment and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds, but it helps keep me motivated, right, to churn out this content. When we all know, with what we talking about here, right, YouTube ain't gonna really show it to nobody. And hey, if you're feeling extra generous, hit the buy me a coffee link in the video description below. It'll go straight into the Sangsom fund. All right, enough chit chat. Let's jump right into rule 6. Know where to look, because if you're relying on apps like Thai Friendly and Tinder, you're already losing the game, right? In my opinion. Finding the right girl in Pattaya is an art, right? Not a science. And let me tell you, knowing where to look can make or break your night. Now, I know it's 2025 and half the planet is swiping right on apps, right? And let me save you the heartache. Don't bother. Sure, a lot of the girls here are working online only these days. But every time I've tried that shit, I've been catfished harder than a dude clicking free iPhone, right? On the pop-up window ads, right? It's like you're running a charity for fucking Photoshop abusers, right? And here's the deal, right? I'm not too picky about looks even, right? I'll smash an average girl any day. But fatties, I don't deal with fatties, right? Not even a little bit. No fatties for me. It's not gonna happen. Not even the ones who try to tell me, oh, they're thick. No ma'am. So I gave up on the online game and I stick to what works, the real world. And trust me, there's plenty of action if you know where to go and look. First up, freelancers on Walking Street. This is the front line, basically like they're the front line, right? Of Pattaya's nightlife. No filters, no lies, just you, her, some fucking neon lights across the road and the beach and the sound right across the thing. And if you can't pull here, right, if you can't convince one of these girls to agree with you on a negotiated price, bro, you're failing at life, right? So you might need to reevaluate your life choices if that's the case. Now, the best part, no surprises, right? You see, you're literally seeing what it is out in the light of the day, evening, night. Whenever you're out on Beach Road, no surprises. You get what you get, and she's there making eye contact with you and smiling. Then there's my personal favorites, right? Gentlemen's clubs. Think of these as the dollar store of fun, right? Low cost, high reward. Drinks are cheap, the girls are eager, and the vibe is laid back, perfect for daytime mischief if you're running low on money, but still want to party like a king. Just don't expect any Michelin star service. These are strictly, we'll say, no frills entertainment. Go in, wham, bam, you're out your door, right? Had a great time. But then we cannot forget, obviously, about Soy Sick. This place is like a vending machine for young ladies, right? Walk down the road, make your selection. The rooms are literally upstairs, and it's effective, it's budget-ish, friendly, and it's just got the right amount of chaos to keep things interesting. If you're not smiling after a trip to Soy 6, I don't know what's wrong with you. You're doing it wrong. You're doing all of life wrong if you're not smiling, right? But then, my absolute favorite, right, is walking street, the nightclubs. I like to go out and dance and party and drink, right? And find a lovely honey that also likes to party and dance and drink, right? Because then you build that, tension while you're dancing and you're partying and you're drinking and you're getting fucked up, right? And you're dancing and you're grinding on her and the thing. And all of a sudden, boom, time to get the taxi, it's time to go home, right? And that excitement, that energy just continues on, right? That's my favorite, without a doubt. But bottom line is, for me, leave the apps to the desperate, to the delusional. Stick to walking street, gentlemen's clubs, Soy 6, LK Metro, Soy Pacao, right? Stick to where you can see them face to face, making eye contact. And you're like, yep, this is nice. This is nice. Okay? You'll save yourself from disappointment. You'll avoid being catfished, and maybe you'll even get a few good stories to tell, even though probably not to your mother, right? Rule 7, don't overstay your welcome. All right, fellas, let's lay down some harsh truth. When it's time to go, it's time to go. Don't be that guy sitting there like a lost little puppy begging for an extra hour like it's a fucking slumber party. It's a transaction, and in Pattaya, time is money. These girls are here to make as much of it as they can, right? And here's the deal. If you've paid for an hour, 2, or maybe even a night, once that clock hits 0, right, don't start acting like you're on vacation at her place. She's got bills to pay, clients to meet, and TikToks to scroll through, right? Every minute you overstay, you're cutting into her next payday. And trust me, she'll let you know, politely at first, and not so politely if you still don't get the hint. Now I know you've been thinking, but we had such a connection. No, you didn't have a connection. You had a transaction, and she delivered. That smile she gave you, professional. That laugh at your dumb joke, part of the package. Don't mistake good service for genuine affection. When your time is up, don't even think about whining for a discount on extra time. That's like ordering dessert at a steakhouse and then trying to haggle with the waiter. But honestly, just move on. There's literally thousands of other girls within a 5-minute radius who'd love to take your money and give you the same smile. Bottom line, respect the clock. You're not just saving her time, you're saving yourself from being the awkward guy who doesn't know when to leave. So get in, enjoy yourself, and when it's over, don't overstay. It's Pattaya. There's another adventure waiting right around the corner. All right, you degenerates, time for a quick break. If you're enjoying this little guide to not being that guy in Pattaya, right? Do me a favor, smash the like button like it's your last beer on Walking Street, right? Drop a comment and subscribe. And maybe even turn on the notifications so you don't miss more of this beautiful train wreck of a channel. Let's get real for a second. YouTube doesn't exactly love this kind of content, right? In fact, they probably hate it more than you hate your alimony payments to your fucking ex-wife. So, if you're feeling extra generous, check out the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description. Become a channel member. Every bot goes towards keeping my Sangsom stash stocked, right? Back to the rules, because if you've made it this far, you're either learning something or you just really love hearing me roast mine and your bad decisions, right? So, let's keep this rolling. No drama, no stalking. All right, let's cut the crap and get serious about this. 1, don't be a dramatic, clingy mess. No drama, no stalking, no sob stories about how she's different, because she's not. And if you start acting like that guy, right, she's gonna drain you faster than a Bangkok ATM after payday. Let me break it down for you. If you're constantly texting her, following her around, or trying to act like her own little personal bodyguard, she's going to see you as $, not hearts. And at that point, you've officially entered ATM mode. She's smiling, she's playing along, she'll start asking you for help with her rent, for her mom's hospital bills, for that sick buffalo, and you know, you'll keep shelling out, thinking you're winning her over, right? Until one day, poof, she's gone, and so is all of your cash. I've seen it happen too many times. It's practically a sport out here. Some dude moves out here with a nice little nest egg, finds a girl, and convinces himself she's the one. Meanwhile, she's out here partying, upgrading her wardrobe, and living her best life on his dime. And she's not here to settle down. She's here to party, she's here to upgrade her ride, you know, maybe buy some property back in the village, right? And get a new Louis Vuitton bag out of it, if she can. And when the money's gone, so is she. Now, let's talk about respect for this. Because while I'm all for having fun and keeping it light, you've got to respect the boundaries of this arrangement. She is not your therapist, your mother, or your forever love. She's here to do a job, and if you treat her with respect, meaning no stalking, no possessiveness, no why didn't you text me back bullshit, right? Things will go smoothly. Treat her like property though, and you're not just being an asshole, you're putting yourself on the fast track to being publicly humiliated when you get called out for it. And don't forget, this isn't her first rodeo, right? These girls have seen it all. You think your sad puppy eyes but we had a connection speech are going to sway her? Bruh, she heard the same line last night, probably from the guy who's now crying into his empty wallet at the bar, right? Play it cool, keep your dignity, remember the golden rule. She's working, not wooing. Bottom line, if you act like a drama king or a stalker, she'll milk you for everything you've got. And when the cash runs dry, she's out faster than you can say, lady drinks. Respect the arrangement, respect her time, and for the love of God, right, respect yourself. This is Pattaya. There is no shortage of smiles, but your dignity, that is a limited resource. Do not waste it. Be aware of scams. All right, boys, welcome to the jungle, and by jungle, I mean Pattaya's nightlife scene, where every neon lit corner holds potential for adventure, right? Mischief, and of course, scams. Trust me, the last thing you want to fall for is one of those rookie traps and end up as the punchline in your own cautionary tale. So let's break down the classics. First up, the disappearing act. You meet a girl, everything's going great, then bam, she's gone. Along with your wallet, your phone, and whatever else you're dumb enough to leave laying around. When you bring her around, keep your valuables in sight. Or better yet, lock them up like they're the fucking holy grail. Put them in the safe. Put them in the safe. Your room probably has a safe. Put them in the safe. Put them in the safe. Next, upcharging. You agreed upon a price up front, and good for you, because you should have. Made sure you check out the video talking about that stuff. But suddenly, there's a fee for extras. She conveniently forgot to mention maybe it's the hotel room she insists on using because it's nicer, or she's charging you per activity like you're ordering a la carte. You agreed on a price, don't let her turn it into an open tab. And then there's the classic, bait and switch. This one usually happens on Soy 6 or over on Walking Street and some of the Agogos. You'll think you're getting one girl, but then all of a sudden her sister friend shows up and now it's a package deal. Spoiler alert, it's a scam. To get double the cash while delivering half the fun. Stick with your original agreement and don't let them guilt trip you into, but we always work together. We always work together. Yo, 90% of the time, the we work together shit isn't worth it. Isn't worth it. Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me how I know. It's not worth it, right? And let me not forget the misplaced sympathy act. This one, when she starts dropping sob stories about her sick buffalo, her broken down house, her imaginary kids' school fees. Look, I'm not saying some of these girls don't have real struggles, right? Because they do. Obviously they do. They're here working in Pattaya, so they have struggles. But if you start handing out cash like you're fucking Oprah, you'll find yourself broke and wondering why her sick buffalo never gets better. Bottom line is, scams are as much a part of Pattaya as cheap drinks and bad decisions. Keep your wits about you, agree on terms up front, and always, always keep one eye open. Play it smart, and you'll avoid being the guy who shows up in the bar later telling his sob story to everyone who will listen. And if you do get scammed, laugh it off. It's Pattaya. After all, there's always another round waiting. Tipping and gratuity. Tipping. The delicate art of deciding whether to part with a little extra cash or just let the agreed upon price be the end of it. Now, here's the thing. Tipping isn't mandatory in Pattaya, right? But it's a tool to be used wisely. It can make life a little bit smoother, especially with the girls you want to keep, on the roster, we'll say. But let me be clear, not every girl deserves a bonus. This isn't a charity. You're not Santa Claus saying, ho, 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 handing out baht to everyone who jingles, 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 right? For me, I've got a few regulars that I keep in the rotation, and I like to show some appreciation every now and then. Birthdays, Christmas, Chinese New Year's. Hell, there's probably some other holidays that I'm forgetting. But, you get the idea. I'll send them 1,000 baht, 2,000 baht, a little, hey, thanks for not ghosting me after that time I snoring through half the night. And you woke up on the couch and I woke up like, damn, she left and I walked out and, oh, she didn't. She's just out here. Yeah, I snore a lot and very loudly. So it's not about being generous, right? It's about keeping a connection alive. And these small, we'll say donations, act as maintenance fees on a subscription service. You're investing in reliability, familiarity, which, let's be honest, it's worth every single baht of it. When you're out here navigating the circus that is Pattaya, right? But here's the thing. This only applies to the few that have earned it, right? Have earned it. I'm not out here throwing tips at every girl I meet like I'm making it rain in a strip club. If you don't see her regularly, or if she was about as fun as a flat tire, she gets exactly what is agreed upon, nothing more, nothing less. And let's not forget the ones who spend the whole time scrolling through TikTok, acting like they're doing you a favor by being there. Tipping one of those girls? Nah, hard pass. And don't get me started on the guilt tactics. Oh, you don't have any extra for me? Yeah, I do. I've got some extra disappointment. If she didn't bring her A game, she doesn't get A money. Simple as that, right? Gratitude is a two-way street. If she's treating me like an ATM with legs, she can go find another one. Bottom line is though, tipping is like seasoning. Use it sparingly and only on the good stuff. For the girls who have earned their spot on the roster, a little extra on special occasions can go a long way. But for the one and dones, or the ones who put in the bare minimum, keep your wallet closed and your standards high. You're in Pattaya. You're not running a nonprofit.
Termination like I'm Rocky. Lift the heavy, no spot, please. Body back a beating it, I get away scotch-free. And I'ma take control, unbreakable. I sense the face.
And so there you guys go. There you guys have it, right? Part 2 of Unspoken Rules when dealing with working girls here in Pattaya, right? If you guys like this stuff, man, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, drop a comment on some common scams that you run into, right? Because, just because these are the ones that I have found to be the most prevalent stuffs, that don't mean that's everything. We all have different experiences and we can all share them. And actually, with sharing them, if you've made it this far, you probably want to join the Discord, which will be link down below, right, where we could share all this stuff and we could talk more freely, because even though I do talk the way I do right now, I still have to try to censor myself a little bit, because if not, I will just get completely kicked off YouTube, not just demonetized, right? And so on a Discord, we can share all of our different thoughts over there without having to worry about censorship and all that jazz. So we'll catch you guys in the next one, right? Stay up, stay degenerate, be safe, and have a good time.